once again, we're going to go over some true and false questions about shapes. So, I'm going to once again go over and reference this. These are specifically about quadrilaterals. So we're going to focus on this column, and I will once again link this this page right here in the description because it is good to look at. So square has all sides equal, all angles 90 degrees. A rectangle, opposite sides equal, all angles are 90 degrees. So a square is technically also a rectangle. A rhombus is all sides equal, two pairs of parallel lines, opposite angles equal, so opposite is across, right? So a square is also a rhombus because all of these things apply to a square as well. So a parallelogram is opposite sides equal, two pairs of parallel lines. And actually, the opposite angles are also equal in a parallelogram. They don't mention that here, but I just wanted to point that out because there was, in my last video, I didn't realize that was actually a rule until I was like, I feel like they are. So it's good to point that out as well, that these opposite angles will be equal as well. A kite is adjacent sides equal, so adjacent means next to each other as opposed to opposite, and then two congruent angles. So these angles are going to be the same. And then a trapezoid is just one pair of parallel sides, and then a trapezium is no sides of parallel sides. No pairs of parallel sides, right? It's just kind of a oddly shaped quadrilateral. So let's go through these. So all trapezoids have at least one 90-degree angle. No. Trapezoids, most of them typically don't seem to have any 90-degree angles. I mean, I guess, yeah, it would be possible that it did have a 90-degree angle, but certainly not all of them. All parallelograms are quadrilaterals, yes. To be a parallelogram, you have to have four sides. All rhombuses have only one set of equal length sides. Incorrect, because to be a rhombus, as it says here, you have to have all sides equal. So that's false. All rectangles have four sides that are equal length. No. Typically, rectangles have two sides that are larger than the other two sides, right? All squares are quadrilaterals. Yes, quadrilateral just means it has four sides, so all squares have four sides. All rectangles are squares. No. Now, all squares are rectangles, but not all rectangles are squares. All rhombuses are squares? No, because typically a rhombus does not have 90-degree angles, so they are not squares. All squares are parallelograms. Yes. They are, because opposite sides are equal and two pairs of parallel lines. So all squares are parallelograms because they meet this criteria right here. All rhombuses are parallelograms. So all sides are equal, two pairs of parallel lines, and opposite angles are equal. So yeah, rhombuses are parallelograms as well because they have the two pairs of parallel lines, and the opposite sides have to be equal because all the sides are equal, right? So they are definitely parallelograms. All quadrilaterals have four sides. Yes, the definition of a quadrilateral is a shape with four sides. A trapezoid has two sets of parallel sides. No. Trapezoid only has one set of parallel sides. And a trapezoid has two 90-degree angles. No. Typically, they don't have any 90-degree angles. They can have a 90-degree angle, but usually they don't seem to. And I guess it could have two 90-degree angles, right, if you were to draw it like this. So I apologize for... So that's technically a trapezoid because we have two here, and imagine these lines were perfect and these were right angles. So this would be a trapezoid. So it can have two 90-degree angles, but typically they don't. So hopefully that is helpful.